time I seen him was 72. When I went to Cleveland with a brother named Divine God. Because Allah had a young earth. Her name was Javasia. And Javasia was pregnant, and Javasia had a son in 1968. I believe in February. I can't tell you the exact date. And when the son was born, that was little Allah. That was the last one that I know of. When the father got hit on this day 28 years ago, shortly afterwards, a year or two, Javasia moved to Cleveland, Ohio. And one of the gods became her god. And the god who became her god name is Divine God. When they moved to Cleveland, Ohio, he came back to the city one time. He took me to Cleveland with him back in '73. I remember. Because he took me out there and he wasn't trying to help me get back here. And I was in college. And I had to go back to school. And I got back, but I was out there with them for 10 days. I seen Allah, and I seen he had gave Javasia a son afterwards too, whose name is Divine God. Now, something happened with Allah's youngest son. I think his mother got busted and went to jail. I know Divine God was in jail and did a bid. I hear he's out in Chicago now. Last I heard, he was out of jail after he did about 10 years or more, and he's in Chicago. But Javasia got busted, so I think the city took the kids, and from what I hear from Knowledge God, who's Javasia, Mecca is Javasia's sister. And Knowledge God is her God in California, San Jose somewhere, is that Allah, they call him Allen, the baby I'm talking about. And Divine God, they call him David. And that they feared that somebody might try to do something to them because of who his father was. Allah feared that. So what I'm hearing now is that I'm trying to get a picture of him, that's all. I got a picture when he was a little guy, you know, when I went to Cleveland and I took a couple of pictures of them. And that's 4 years ago, from '73. So the whole idea is, with the history of the Father, is the same way you see gods now, the total population of gods, you see God drinking, that don't make them less God. You see God smoking cigarettes, smoking joints, sniffing cocaine and all that other stuff. The Father used to be active in all of that. I got to tell you the truth. The Father didn't walk around with white robes on. You understand? In a black building. The Father did not walk around with halos and staffs and, you know, looking like Moses and all that shit. Excuse the French, because I don't plan to curse. The Father looked like you and I. Like you see God's looking today, that's how he looked. He looked very much like his son looked today, Clarence. He looks very much like his daughter. I look at his daughter, and she said, "Why you always staring at me?" And I say, "Because every time I look at you, I be seeing her." She look a lot like him. I mean, besides the female aspect, the face, it boggles my mind. When I sit back and look at her, I just be like, you know, tripping like. Because I'm a young man when that happened. I'm 18, 28 years ago. And I'm being educated, and I'm really close to him, because at the time, this was my home. This is where I had to live. It's the only place I had to live. So I didn't know then, but I was getting a whole lot. And what's important to me is that when I say we still here, I mean here. We in the same place. Now some people say, well, y'all should have this, and y'all should have that, and y'all should have more, and y'all should have this, that, and the other. I say ain't nothing in comparison to God. And if you just compare me by how much material, see, I look at how much this nation done grow, not how much property we got, or big cars and big homes, or which one of us got rich, because we wasn't taught that way. We wasn't taught to make ourselves rich, but we was taught, carry this message to the young that the black man is God. Carry this message to the young. Teach them to stop looking in the sky for God. And this nation has done that, A+. They get an A+ for that. Okay? I'm hearing it on the radios. I'm hearing it. Erykah Badu, I'm hearing it. What's her name? Lauryn Hill from the Fugees. I'm hearing it. You know what I'm saying? So I know that somebody's out here making knowledge born. And it's the greatest asset. Now, we come to a time where we do need to build for all these people we done got. And we come to a time where we do need to come together and say, okay, now, we need something for our babies. And that's the idea of us sitting here on this gold mine. I don't care how it look to you. If you check out how much this square we sitting on, not just this building. If you check out how much this half a block we sitting on is worth, real estate wise, you'd be in the millions. And what you put here makes it even more in the millions. So what I'm saying to you young gods and young earths is, the way the Father brought us together is through, he taught every god what they needed strength in. See what I'm saying? And I don't know, all I can say is a master educator. Now what you want to know about him, ask me. Because I want you to ask all them questions that you've been wondering about. Yes. Oh, yes. Any questions?
What was his relationship with Mayor Lindsay? And about the trips that happened, the trips to the different parks and whatnot. You can tell me more about that.
Mm-hmm. The relationship with Mayor Lindsay began when I was upstate. Umala, want to take it?
Yeah.
Now, you want the microphone?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do I need one?
There go microphone. We want to tape all. Umala will take it from here. Let me go find some more brothers. The mic is back there.
Oh, I ain't know.
They don't touch it.
Umala will take you from that era. I was in reform school. He the best know.
And now you doing the reform,
Oh,
The mic is back there, go.
okay, but how do you...
But you go ahead. Do it any way you want.
Okay, I have a loud voice. You know, but it's taping.
Yeah, we're gonna tape it.
The music and chairs.
You don't want that chair?
No, it doesn't matter. I'm just, you know.
Push it up there.
I'm gonna give knowledge to it. Peace. 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 My name is God Umala from Mecca. Before I get into Mayor Lindsay, when I first came into the knowledge of myself, it was a time in which there was a lot of blackness around. I came into knowledge of myself looking for karate. Really, I stopped up at the Y and outside the Y, and I seen the Harlem Six. They was arrested, but outside they had young brothers and sisters telling the police, "Come on out, we're gonna kick your A-dash-dash." And I said, "Damn, they challenging the police." So I went over to the YMCA, in which Curtis, Gordon, Zulu, and also Donald Washington, who just passed Hassan, they said, "You want to learn some karate? You go down 127th Street and you learn it from the Blood Brothers." I said, "The Blood Brothers? Who are they?" They said, "Man, you go down there, you learn karate." And I came downtown on 127th Street like on a Saturday, and I saw brothers inside the schoolyard practicing. And there was a brother outside cutting people's hair. It was just shaving my hair bald. And the brother said, "You want to be a brother?" I said, "Mm-hmm." And he said, "You sure?" He said, "Yeah." He said, "You ready to get your hair cut?" And I said, "Yeah." Next thing I know, I went home bald head. And I hung with the brothers. And I learned a little bit of something. I'm not going to say what I learned because I ain't no master at any of it. But